honestly, this mascara is even better than a lot of the other classic favorite eyeshadow. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be trying a lot of my old favorite makeup products. So I've been on YouTube since the past 5 or 6 years now, and I definitely have a lot of old favorites. I've been doing makeup ever since a lot of these new brands did not even exist, and a lot of these products did not even exist. I was just going through my old makeup tutorials and I saw that I still own a lot of my old makeup products, and it's been so long since I tried those products. So I just thought of doing this video. A lot of these products are still my favorites, and some of them I've tried after a really long time. So if you want to know if I still love these products, then please keep on watching. Also, before we begin with the video, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please make sure that you guys hit that red subscribe button. Please subscribe for more beauty, fashion and lifestyle related videos. And now let's get right into the video. So let's get started with skin prep first. The first old favorite of mine that I'm going to be using is by Ayurveda. It's the Nalpamaradi Thailam, and it's a skin brightening treatment. I remember loving Ayurveda so much as a brand, and I remember saving up some money just to buy one product by Ayurveda back in the days when skincare was not really a big thing. So this is how the product looks like. I used to have it back in the day, and I recently got my hands on a fresh bottle again. So this is actually a skin brightening oil. So what you do is you just pour some product on your palm, and I like to massage it nicely on my skin. Make sure that you're not wearing any white or any like light colored clothes while you're applying this, because this is a very potent oil and it might stain your clothes. It's a 100% natural product, so it's definitely gonna be very good for your skin. So I just like to evenly apply this all over my face, and you have to leave it for 30 minutes. While I leave this on my face, let me just tell you guys a little bit about the product. This product is a must-have, especially during this time of the year, during summers. If you're back from a vacation and you have a really uneven tan going on anywhere on your body, this is something that you can use it there. It is not just specifically for your face, it is for your face and body. So anywhere that you have pigmentation, you can use this product. You can use this product once a week at least to see a difference. If you're looking for a product that just instantly brightens your face before any important event, then I think this is something that you would really love. And especially if you have dry skin just like me, you will love this product because it's especially in that oil form. So I find it very nourishing and very like satisfying on my face. It just feels really good. The best part about this product is that it is 100% natural, since it has potent turmeric with its antioxidant properties that repairs pigmentation and uneven skin tone. It also has sesame oil, which is very moisturizing and very nourishing, and it also has Indian gooseberry that heals and relieves environmental damage. Also, it's the wedding season, so this is like the perfect bridal beauty treatment. If you're a bride, then this is definitely a must-have. Now I'm just gonna wait till 30 minutes get over, and then I'm gonna wash this off. So this is how my skin looks like after washing it off, and tell me, what do you guys think? Do you guys see a difference? Because I can instantly notice a difference. My skin looks much more refreshed, brightened, and it just looks like I got a facial done. So yes, let's move on to the next product. I remember using this Garnier Wrinkle Lift Anti-Aging Cream before my makeup, and I used to love this product, and let me tell you guys, I still love this product a lot. I don't use it as often as I used to before. I used to use this every single day before, but now I don't because I have so many other moisturizers to try. But trust me, this is so good. It smells so good. It smells really good, and it is just very moisturizing, makes my skin look very juicy, and it used to act like the best base for my makeup. Do you guys see how hydrated my face looks now? I remember not using a primer every single time I used to do my makeup, because back in the days, I think 5-6 years back, there were not really a lot of primer options available in the market, and especially I had dry skin, so silicone based primers were a no-no for me, and I just had no other options. So I always just loved using this moisturizer as a base for my makeup. But ever since I started trying primers, and especially started trying primers for my skin type, I remember loving this one a lot. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Dewy Primer, and this is how it looks like. It's a dewy primer, and for me, I think right now what I think about this primer is that it is more like an illuminator. It's like an illuminating, oh my god, I have it on my hair. It's like an illuminating primer, and it looks beautiful underneath makeup. It is just not hydrating as I expected it to be when I bought it before. I expected it to be more hydrating and just more juicy on my skin, but it dries down very quickly, and if you guys can see, it is very, very illuminating. You can literally use this as a liquid highlighter as well. Trust me, I know people do use this product as a liquid highlighter, and I'm sure this would work really well because it is so illuminating. So this is how it looks like on my face, and honestly, I do still love this primer. It looks so good, and it will genuinely make your skin glow from within. Now for foundation, I'm gonna be using this classic Maybelline Fit Me foundation. My exact shade is 332 Golden Caramel. I remember this was my first ever foundation, but I got the wrong shade when I bought it. So I got a really dark shade, because I think this shade 332 was not available back in the days, and there was 310 and then directly 330. So 310 I knew was very light and greyish for me, and 330 was extremely dark. So I went for the darker shade, and I ended up never using that particular one. And then when this particular shade launched, which is 332, 1 second, 330 should be lighter, but I don't know, 330 was much darker for me. So I'm going to be using my PAC sponge with this foundation. I remember using a sponge every single time I used to do my makeup. Nowadays I use brushes as well. Wow, the shade match is so good. I don't end up using this foundation nowadays because I'm more into very lightweight, hydrating, skin-like based makeup and foundations. So I don't end up using this one that much, but it is such a good foundation, and it definitely beats a lot of the high-end foundations. It's been so long since I've done this matte base makeup, but I think it looks good. Now for concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD concealer in the shade, this one is in the shade medium beige, and this one is almost over. I'm hoping I can squeeze out some product out of it. I've always hated this applicator, and again right now I think this concealer is just not my favorite because it does not give a lot of coverage, and also this shade match doesn't really look that good for my dark circles right now. But I also remember using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer since the longest time. Like, the Fit Me concealer has been a go-to for me since years now, but before that I remember using this LA Girl concealer. So I'm just gonna give it a shot and see if it looks good underneath my eyes now. I'm gonna blend it with the same sponge. Do you guys see? It looks much more lighter. I don't think I enjoy a light concealer now because it makes my under eyes look even more grey. I'm sure my perfect shade exists in this concealer range, but I just don't know which shade is that. This is how the concealer looks like. It looks very, very grey. I don't know how I used to use this concealer, or maybe my dark circles were not that dark back in the days, I don't know, but it looks very grey. I'm just gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me on top of this, and I'll just try to even it out a little bit. Do you guys see the shade difference? This is the shade that I use now. It is so warm and so caramelly, and it's my exact skin color. Just gonna spot conceal a little bit. Now to set the under eyes, I'm gonna be using a very old loose powder. This one is by Makeup Revolution. It's their luxury banana powder. And guys, this is a very old powder. It's the first ever loose powder that I bought, and this is how it looks like. I just checked the manufacturing date and it is May 2017. It's the same month, but it is 2017. Like it's literally 5 years back, and it is obviously expired. It got expired in April 2020. I don't know why I still have this powder, but I don't think powders actually turn bad that easily. I'm just hoping I don't get a reaction with this powder, but I'm just gonna take some in the lid and I'm gonna put this underneath my eyes using my sponge. I remember using a sponge only to set my under eyes. Nowadays I do use a lot of brushes. I use a brush to apply my foundation as well. I'm just hoping this powder does not make my under eyes look very grey, but I remember loving this powder a lot, and after I got like really bored of using this powder, then I purchased the Maybelline Fit Me, and I haven't turned back ever since. Like I still love the Fit Me powder equally. Okay, I wasn't expecting this, but my under eyes look so good. It looks very brightened. It also looks very smooth. I literally thought that it will make my under eyes look grey, but I'm impressed. This powder still looks so good, and I wasn't expecting to still love this powder that much. Okay, I forgot that I had to use this product on my cheeks. So if you have been an old subscriber, you would know that I used to love these. These are the Lakme 9 to 5 Weightless Matte Mousse Lip and Cheek Color, and this is how it looks like. I had these two. I think I received these in PR only, these two colors, and I used to love these so much. And even now, like if you guys wanna grab these, please go ahead and grab these. If you're looking for a good lip and cheek color, then definitely grab these. Like Lakme literally makes one of the best lipsticks, and this is one of their best creations, I would say. I love this product. The finish is so beautiful, and I think I need to get a new shade in this product because I have this shade Rose Touch, which again, I don't use these colors on my lips anymore, and I have the shade Crimson Silk. So I don't use these colors on my lips anymore, but I also remember using these on my cheeks. So I'm just gonna blend this using my sponge. Okay, it looks really pretty. I love this color on my cheeks. I've been loving this product on my cheeks even before liquid and cream blushes were a trend, and they blend so beautifully. You can also use your fingers to blend this product, and it would definitely blend very nicely. I also have a powder blush which has been an old favorite. It's the Nykaa Get Cheeky Blush Duo in the shade Brazilian Bombshell. These are the shades Rose and Raisin, and I remember loving this palette a lot as well. This blush formula is beautiful. I remember doing a dedicated review video of this product as well. These blushes are not 100% matte. They do have some tiny shimmer particles which looks very glowy on your face, and it does not really exaggerate any texture on your skin, so don't worry about that. I specifically remember loving the shade Raisin a lot, but then I started just mixing both the colors and it looks good. Okay, now for bronzer, I remember only using this Lakme palette. It's the Moonlit Highlighter. So this is actually a highlighter duo, and you get two shades in this palette. but I used to love using this darker shade as a bronzer because it is such a beautiful warm color and it has some shimmer particles, because obviously it's a highlighter, it's not meant to be a bronzer. This is not exactly a bronzer, but I've always used this as a bronzer and I still love it. I still use this a lot, and this is like the second palette that I have. Do you guys see how beautiful it looks on my skin? It does not exaggerate any texture on your face. At least for me, I've noticed it never exaggerates any texture and it just looks very sun-kissed and beautiful. And next for highlighter, an old favorite has always been the MAC Soft and Gentle, and it is still my favorite. I still use this so much, and it is still the most gorgeous highlighter that I've ever used. Do you guys see that glow? It is so beautiful. And it's genuinely a great investment. If you're looking to invest in one MAC product, I would genuinely tell you guys to invest in this product, not even MAC lipsticks for that matter, because nowadays I feel like there are so many brands that has beautiful lipstick formulas and they're much more affordable. So I would say if you want to invest in one MAC product, then definitely go ahead and try this one. Now moving on to eyebrows, I cannot find my old favorite eyebrow pencil. It was by Etude House and I'm sure I still have it, but I just can't find it anywhere. So I'm just gonna use my Lakme Absolute 3D Brow Definer and I'm just lightly gonna fill my eyebrows. And I'm gonna set my brows with the Wet n Wild Brow Sessive Brow Gel. And now moving on to eyeshadow, my old classic favorite palette has always been the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This was the first ever high-end expensive palette that I invested in it, and I never ever regretted it even for once, because this palette is just gorgeous. It is so beautiful. I bought this when ABH was not even available in India. Now this brand is available in India, and I bought it from Dubai, and this is such a great investment. If you're looking for high quality, very pigmented eyeshadows, then invest in one of these palettes. I've honestly never used this kind of eyeshadow formula in any other palette. Trust me, this is the best. So first I'm gonna be using this shade Burnt Orange, and you guys can see I've also hit pan on this eyeshadow, and I've never hit pan on any other eyeshadow. This shows how much I love this palette. So I'm just applying the shade Burnt Orange in my crease as a transition. Okay, next I'm gonna use the shade Red Ochre, and this is Red Ochre. I'm just gonna apply this a little bit on the outer corners of my eyes, and I'm gonna blend it in my crease. These eyeshadows work so effortlessly. You don't need a lot of blending skills to use these eyeshadows. It's just beautiful and very pigmented. Just taking a clean brush and running it all over my crease. I feel like I've never really used the pinks in the palette, like the magenta shade that you see, the two of these shades. I've never really used these two shades from the palette. I gravitate more towards the shade Red Ochre. I think I just gravitate more towards oranges and reds from this palette. I feel like adding a little bit of orange in the crease, so I'm gonna use the shade Real Guard and just gonna add a wash of orange. Now for my entire eyelid, I'm gonna use the shade Golden Ochre, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my eyelid. This is a matte eyeshadow, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this is a matte eyeshadow. This palette has three kinds of eyeshadow formulas. One is matte, one is shimmer, and then they also have like a satin finish eyeshadow. For my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna use this shade, which is Vimier, and this is one of my favorites. You guys can see I've again hit pan on this eyeshadow, and this is such a beautiful pigmented inner corner highlight. So I'm really impressed with the eye makeup. Now moving on to mascara, I'm first just gonna curl my lashes. And then for mascaras, I think you guys already know I've always been obsessed with Maybelline mascaras. And I remember my favorite was the Hyper Curl mascara, but then later I found the Colossal Volume Express mascara, which is like even better than the Hyper Curl one, and I used to love this mascara, and honestly I still do. I already have a backup of this mascara. This is the waterproof one. I'm not usually a great fan of the waterproof mascaras. I love washable ones. But now to complete the eye look, I'm gonna be lining my waterline with this Colourpop gel liner in the shade Honeydude. I remember loving these gel liners. I also have the brown one, and I remember loving these gel liners so much, and these are again definitely expired because it still works great. I mean, and what I love about this is that it is not too pigmented or too stark. Like, the color is really subtle and looks very natural. This is how Honeydude looks, and it looks very natural and just gives an illusion of bigger eyes. Now for my lips, I'm gonna be using my first ever lip liner, which was such a favorite of mine. It's by PAC, and this lip pencil is in the shade Mauve. Yeah, it's in the shade Mauve, and I think this is like the second one that I had purchased, and I really loved this lip liner. I think PAC lip pencils are my absolute favorite, formula wise and even color wise. So I'm just lining my lips. You can honestly also use this color as a lipstick. Okay, I'm just liking this lip pencil on its own. I think the color is just beautiful, and but still I'm just gonna dab a little bit of this shade, which is Crimson Silk. Just 2-3 dots. And this lip color looks beautiful and goes very well with the eye makeup as well. Now to set the makeup and just to mesh all the powders together, I'm going to be using this Kama Ayurveda Pure Mogra Water. This one is such an old favorite. I started the video with Kama Ayurveda and I'm ending it with Kama Ayurveda. This one has been like a top favorite of mine since years now. I've always loved using Kama Ayurveda mist as setting sprays because I've just never been a fan of those harsh makeup setting sprays. I've loved using mists like this, and I also remember buying this entire box of 3 Kama Ayurveda facial mists, and the Mogra water is just divine. It smells so beautiful. So I'm just gonna spritz this all over my face. And with my sponge, I'm just gonna blend everything in. So this is the final makeup look. I am honestly in love with the makeup look. I'm surprised to see how many old favorites I actually really like. The only product that I disliked was the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I no longer like this formula, and I no longer like the shade as well. I no longer like this formula. I think my under eyes is just creasing a little bit more than it usually creases because I do have lines underneath my eyes, so the concealer is definitely going to crease. But I think when I use this concealer, it just creases a little bit more. I'm surprised to see how much I love this powder. It looks so flawless, and the ABH palette is just a chef's kiss. It always looks so good. Loving the lip color too. I think everything looks so good, and I love a lot of my old favorites. I still love them. So yeah, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Let me know which of these products have been an old favorites of yours, or which of these products do you still use. Let me know in the comment section below, and please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon besides it to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.